got the test. Yeah, we ready for the facts. Bounty Hunter D got 'em all in the hex. DNA don't lie, truth looking perplex. Baby daddy.
What's going on, you young little bounty hunters? It's Bounty Hunter D, and thank you for joining me for another episode of the Bounty Hunter D Show, where we talk to amazing couples about relationships, paternity tests. We do fraud investigations, which are coming very soon on my wife's channel. She's going to be doing fraud investigations. Put a thumb up on this video if you want to see fraud investigations. Not on this channel, but my wife's channel, that you're going to check it out over there. Today, I have Juliet. Is it like Juliet from the old Juliet? Juliet.
That's the one.
So is that who you were named after, the old scenario of the Juliet story?
I like to pretend that it is, yeah.
Thank you for being a part of the show.
Of course, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, I am so glad that you are here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're going to get into some deep dive conversation.
Yeah, we are.
Because you, months ago, contacted my crew, and you wanted us to see if we can find out who your baby daddy is for baby Charlie. I think it's baby Charlie, right?
That's right.
Yeah, with the blue eyes,
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah, light of my life.
Yes. Oh, he has your eyes too, I see.
He does.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So tell me all about why you contacted us. What's
Yeah.
going on in your life?
So I was in a relationship for about 1.5 years with a guy named Ted. It started off fun and light. I'm younger than him, you know, older men find themselves attracted to me quite often.
Okay.
It was just one of those things.
Sure.
I was having a good time, and when things got serious and I found out that I was pregnant, he completely denied that it was his.
And why would he do that?
We had our ups and downs. We were on again, off again a few times. And he just believes that I did things with other people, and he just is convinced that he's not the father when I know for a fact that he is.
Okay. And Charlie is how old?
Charlie is 1 year.
Man.
Yeah.
He's a
I know,
cutie.
it's been the fastest, craziest year, but I know.
He doesn't look like 1 year. He looks a little younger than that. How old was the picture?
The picture is from a few months ago. It was
Oh,
right
okay.
around his 6-month mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, this is kind of
I
so
know.
you had to dig in the drawer and find the most amazing picture that you can find of
I
him.
know, yeah.
Yes, and he's backstage. He's so cute.
He is.
cry a lot though. What's wrong? You gotta feed that boy. He back there
I
crying.
know, I try. You know
Is that
how
your
it is.
sister back there watching? Is that your sister with you?
Yeah, my sister's here. Yeah,
Okay.
she's my older sister. She's always been there for me, you
Right
know.
on.
Especially since I've been alone a lot lately. I mean, it's been really hard, and so having her support has just been like everything for me.
Amazing. And thank you
Yeah.
for letting me hold him, because I
Yeah.
love, me and my wife love babies.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, we're working on one right now. I'm trying to,
Oh.
I'm letting her know at 50, 53, I still got it.
Oh yeah.
Honey, I still got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gonna get it. You gonna get it too. You gonna get you gonna get it, Mrs. Bounty Hunter D. You see this, Miss Bounty Hunter D? That's married people. It's fun being married. God.
Oh, you
But
guys seem so in love.
Yes. It's still since day one. I am so head over heels with my wife.
I'm jealous.
It's like it's still the first day I met her.
Yeah.
It feels that way.
That's so wonderful.
It's crazy though.
It is.
Because I've never been in a relationship like this before.
No, it's rare. Trust
And I've
me.
had a lot of women. Girl, let me tell you how many women. Damn, I had so many women. Ivan, I had so many women, dog. Man, it was just a whole bunch. Don't be doing no thumbs down on me, man. I had just hundreds. I had hundreds. No, baby. Before my wife, girl, look how handsome I am.
Oh yeah.
I'm so handsome, right? This melanin in this African skin, it's just like, I bleed black. Like if I do that, it's just black African, just African goo comes out of me, like gooey and just African. And I'm so black, like dark. I'm dark, I like black. I'm so black, I'm blue. And I love it, and my wife loves it. That's why, because she just loves that shit. So that's why we working on that baby. That's why we doing this. I don't know what the hell it is. But she's just into the African.
Yeah.
So speaking of African, there is another man that you were with.
Yes, I was.
The guy that is in question is sort of mixed, but he's not mixed with African.
I'm not really sure,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that. Okay. The reason why Ted is upset with you is because he feels that you cheated on him.
Correct.
Share that with me. What happened? And why did you do it?
Okay, I mean, I feel like, first of all, women always get attacked way more than men do when it comes to infidelity, but
Hold on, based on what?
Based on, because I feel like people are so quick to use the terms, and I feel like that's exactly what Ted has done to me. I just want to say we were on a break, and that's, I mean, yes, I was with someone else.
A mutual break?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, wait. Did Ted agree that he's on a break with you?
Ted doesn't agree with anything I say.
Then you weren't on a break.
Okay,
No,
but
you
we
weren't.
weren't together at the time.
Did Ted say that you weren't together?
I don't know what Ted's gonna say.
This is why. This is why. And I'm not bringing you on the show to condemn you or call you any names, right? But when we catch cheater, I call the cheaters names, but that's when I catch them.
Right.
Right? But I can kind of understand when we bring guys on that we've done paternity tests on and they're like, I'm not the baby daddy, I'm not the baby daddy.
Yeah.
Because if there was infidelity in the relationship, I can understand why they would have a question mark there.
No, I understand that.
Can you understand that?
I can understand that point of view. I can. But for him to completely deny the fact that this baby is his, even when I've done the math and I know, I know things that I know that it's his, you know?
Okay.
And so,
That's
yes, like I understand, like I was with someone else and I can see why that would be upsetting for him, and like obviously it's not okay.
Have you come to the fact that you made a mistake because you did cheat on him?
Yes,
Have you said that to yourself? I cheated on him, I made a mistake. Have you come to terms with that? Because some people, no, I didn't cheat because we took a break. And that's how they judge, because I catch cheaters for a living. So I've heard all of this from hundreds of cases, hundreds of cases that I share publicly and we don't share. But it's all sort of the same narrative.
Yeah.
Either we took a break, or they should have known, or I gave them signs.
Yeah.
But you never really said, hey, you know what? We're going to take a break. I'm going to do me. You can do you for a while, and then we'll circle back whenever we feel that the timing is right.
Yeah.
Did you have the circle back conversation with Ted?
No, we didn't.
That's why I said it's a cheater.
Yeah.
You cheated on him.
Yeah.
And you've come to terms with that, or no? Are you still in denial?
I can accept that. I can admit that.
Because maybe Uncle D puts it in a different way, right?
Yeah, you do. You
Because
do.
I'm not name calling you. You were a cheater. You made a mistake.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Now, how did he find out? Did you tell him, or he caught you?
I did tell him.
You told him.
I did.
And how was that conversation?
It was an interesting conversation.
Oh, I'm sure like hell it was.
Yeah, I didn't tell him right away because I didn't really think it mattered too much, but it was one time.
But wait. You say stuff, you drop bombs.
No, I know.
Why
I mean, like,
wouldn't it
of course it
matter?
matters, but it was one of, you know what they say? They say like sometimes withholding information in the long run is better.
I don't know who they are, but
maybe like my sister. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It was I did struggle with it, and I just decided within myself that not telling him was going to be better for our relationship long term because we were in a good place again. But then, you know, my guilt was kind of eating me alive, and so I did end up telling him.
Okay. Now, did you tell him when you found out you were pregnant, or you told him before you found out you were pregnant?
I had found out that I was pregnant. I knew I was pregnant at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when you said, oh shit, let me talk to him because it could either be his baby or someone else's baby. What was your mindset at the time?
Well, I felt like because I knew that if I didn't tell him at this point, and like I've just found out that I was pregnant, so it was a really emotional and crazy time for me. You know, I didn't expect it at all. Okay. And so I knew that if I didn't tell him, and then down the line he found out, you know, what had happened, that there might be this whole, I don't know, more denial or anger, and I just didn't want it to affect my pregnancy and my baby. You know, I especially thinking about my child at this point, I didn't want that added stress.
Gotcha.
Throughout my pregnancy, so I just felt like it was time.
You need to take a minute.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, it's just, it's a lot to think about.
I understand. And I know I'm digging up old things.
Definitely.
I get it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get off the cheating stuff.
Okay.
Let's get off, because I can still see that is, it's in a dark place.
Thank you.
Let's talk more about Charlie.
Charlie. I love Charlie.
Yeah. So has Ted seen Charlie? Have you?
They have
reached
not
out?
met.
Okay.
I've sent pictures. I have sent pictures to
Okay.
Ted. Yeah.
Yeah. And what did he say?
Well, I mean, obviously he thinks he's adorable and all that.
That's good.
But as far as he doesn't think that it's his still.
Understandable.
So I mean, I feel like there's still that he's keeping that emotional boundary where, since he doesn't believe that he's the father, or believe me, he doesn't want to connect with his son.
Okay.
And that's hard because I do want Charlie to have a father in his life.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Now, did you tell the other man in question that it could possibly, the baby could be his?
No, I didn't because
So-
I've never saw that man again, and I just have no relationship with him, and I know that it's not.
And how long did it go on with the other guy?
It was not very long. It was only a really short amount of time.
Give me a time frame.
Well, we met online and we were talking for a couple of weeks, and then we only met in person 2 times, and then that was it. I called it. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know where this guy is, or?
I have no idea. I unfollowed him on social media, and
Okay.
I don't really care to know where he is.
Really?
No, I
It's
don't.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring Ted in, and let's see what he has to say about all of this,
Yeah.
this conversation.
Sounds good.
All right, let's bring Ted in. Come on in, Ted. How you doing, man?
How's it going, dude?
Hey.
Hey, nice
Pleasure to see you again.
Nice to
It's been
see
some
you.
months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Go ahead and have a seat, man.
Sure.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
So,
kind of.
You already know why you're here.
Yeah, kind of ready to get this over with and move on.
Understandable. But before we get to the results, can you kind of give me a timeline of this whole scenario in terms of meeting her, the infidelity, which I know you already know about.
Yeah, you
and
know,
the baby.
we started off. We met at a bar. We hit it off. We had a good time. You know, she was a little tips. I was feeling all right, and so we, took it to another level, and we kind of just, hit it off. So we turned it into it was like a casual thing, and then we, kind of got a little bit more serious.
Did y'all move in together?
Yeah, we were, shared an apartment. She, already had an apartment, and I was already, living with my folks.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out, and I said, we might as well shack up together.
Okay.
It worked out, and financially for her, I'm okay. I do pretty well for myself. For her, I'm not sure, how much she was bringing into it financially, but that's another issue.
Okay.
So we moved in, things were fine, but she kind of was distant here and there, Like after a few months, she'd kind of zone out. I'd come home, she'd be on the computer, I don't know what site she's looking at, I don't know where she's at, what she's doing, but I give a woman her space, I'm a fair guy.
Okay.
And so apparently comes up that, she's been on chat sites, talking to other guys. I know there was one in particular.
And who was that?
That would be Jordan. And apparently her and Jordan were quite friendly. And, again, I wasn't really 100% sure. And, I'm pretty confident in, being able to keep a woman. So I didn't really consider it too much of a threat or anything. I just figured, oh, it's a casual thing. But then she would come up, I need my space.
Okay.
So apparently in her talk, I need my space is I'm gonna go out and some other guy.
Damn.
That's pretty much what it is. And and that's pretty much what I took it as. It was like that, like, wow. And she denied it. She up and down, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that type of girl. And you're always flirting with my sister, so you're just feeling guilt from that. It's always something else with her. She jumps from one thing to the next. And so then all of a sudden this kid comes up, a child, and she's claiming that I'm the father. And I mean, listen, we got along when we got along.
Sure. Now, you understand, obviously, she cheated on you.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that you're bringing up is the one that I'm saying, guy in question, that is Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that is her ex-boyfriend.
True.
Okay. So she was with her ex-boyfriend before you.
Yes. That I know of. Honestly, it could have been one guy.
Okay.
It could have been another ex. It could have been a random guy.
And you've seen the baby. You've seen Charlie.
Yeah, I mean.
Charlie don't look like a mixed baby because the guy her ex-boyfriend is black. Jordan is black.
True.
That baby, and you know what? I shouldn't say that because, man, our African, our blood could be so many different colors because our melanin can be extremely light, extremely dark.
Okay, yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not, trying to say, he looks like this, he looks like that. And listen, I don't know how genes work. I know sometimes that, when, two people are together and sometimes the kid doesn't always look like a
That's
perfect
true.
match.
That's true.
All I know is that, like I said, the times when we were together, I was protected. She always told me she was on the pill, and she always made sure that I took half a Viagra, and she would take her pill, whether or not she was, not taking it, being dishonest with me, I don't know. But I took the precautions because I already told her that I
Precautions
was.
only go so far, and you know that.
Listen,
You think there's never been an accident before this? Obviously, we didn't want this, but it happened.
okay, so there might have been like once or twice, where maybe Uncle Charlie wasn't ready to go back into his den, and he, just kind of called it a day, so to speak.
Do you still have feelings for her, for Juliet?
I really don't.
Okay. Are you in a
I
relationship?
tried my best to cut it off, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job. Every time I see her, it feels like it's tearing off a Band-Aid, and we're back to the same old shit over again.
When last time you seen the baby?
It's probably been about a month or two, and she sent me a picture, and I said,
Let me show you the baby. Also, baby Charlie is backstage with her sister. Do you get along? I heard you don't get along with her
Wow.
sister. Come here. Come over to the screen. You come too. That's baby Charlie. Blue eyes. Just like he's got his mom's eyes. But gorgeous, beautiful baby.
no offense, he's an adorable child.
Yes, he is a gorgeous baby.
And I would think any man would be happy to call him a son.
Yes.
He's not my son.
Okay.
He is your son. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You think I want it to be your son? I don't. I don't love
Of course
you. I know
you
don't
do.
love me.
Of course
I
you
want
do.
someone to be his
You
father
want
that loves
stability.
me.
You want all that stability that I bring, okay? Because you know what? It's fun when you go out and have your flings and meet Mr. Online and, oh yeah, oh, strangle me, pull my hair. And then you come back to me, oh, I want you to take care of me. And then all of a sudden a baby pops up.
You hear it just constantly money? You always bring up money as if that's the only thing that I am ever looking for. It's not. I deserve more than that.
Really?
I do.
So where does your money come from exactly?
Okay, that is none of your business. First
Well,
of
I
all,
want to ask you, what do you do? What do you do for a living?
I
How are you
work.
taking care of Charlie?
I work at in retail right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so apparently the housing market is pretty dry because she's always asking me what I'm doing with my finances and my money.
So you guys are keeping in contact with each other?
I mean, here and there. I want, you know.
Mainly she's using
For
this
Charlie.
as a ploy to keep me in her life.
Have you given her money
I
since
don't
Charlie
want
has
you
been
in
born?
my life.
I have helped her out
Okay.
a couple of times.
So there is some side of you, some part of you, you're like, well, he could be. With the same shape, beautiful baby head, you got the same head,
It's
same pointy ears as this beautiful baby.
Listen, it could be
Nose is identical.
It could be 50%, it could be 25%.
Even the little wrinkles at the boo-boo, we have this is a little baby boo-boo. Little baby boo-boo have these around his eyes. You have the same around yours.
You do.
Listen, I could have 800 tests done, and I guarantee you 799 out of those 800 tests would say, I'm not the father, okay? She knows it, and
Well,
I
we
know
only
it.
did one test with you months ago.
That's all that's needed, and that's all that's gonna come out today because I'm gonna be done with this, and we can cut this off forever. And if she wants to, keep on dragging my name in the dirt, that's fine.
So
I'm
why
still
are you
gonna move
dragging?
on.
Here, let's go back to our chairs. Why are you? Go ahead, have a seat. Why are you dragging? What do you mean dragging your name in the dirt? What do you mean by that?
Well, she gets support, emotional support from her sister.
Okay.
And again, she always had this notion in her head that her and her sister and I had something going on.
because they did.
Your
Okay.
sister told you that?
My sister constantly told me that how he would make passes at her, how he would flirt with her. Like it was ridiculous. And he's gonna deny it because he denies everything. But you're one to talk about infidelity and wanting different things when he always did that with her. So.
Listen, my story's always stayed the same, okay? So so the truth never changes, right? Okay? I've told you, like, she came on to me a few times. I pushed her away.
Wait, are you calling my sister a liar?
Yeah.
She wouldn't lie to me.
It runs in the family.
Oh my God.
Are you blind? I mean, this is the same stuff I put up with, you know? Yeah, you're gorgeous, okay? You're beautiful. We had a great time. I was into it. I thought you were into it, but you played too many games, and now all of a sudden, oh, by the way, you have a child. And so now I'm supposed to stay. Oh, yeah, you can't leave me, because then I'm going to be the bad guy if I abandon my child. My child.
I don't even care.
Look at that kid. You really think that kid looks anything like me?
I do, actually.
Thank you.
But I mean, that doesn't mean that he's the baby daddy just because there's a lot of similarities between that beautiful baby boy and you. There's a lot of similarities.
I mean, listen.
That doesn't mean you're the baby daddy.
When time comes, I'm sure I'm going to make a gorgeous kid, okay? I'm just saying, based on me and her and then him, I don't see it.
You know what I think? I think that you were having fun with a younger woman and that you have been avoiding responsibility up to this point in your life, and that now that responsibility is finally there and you don't want it. And that's just the truth because you're selfish and you want to keep your money for yourself. And if you want to blame me and call me selfish, that's fine, but it is your son. And I just think that you need to take responsibility.
I've got someone here, a surprise for you, that I want to bring onto the show in a Zoom call that they want to just weigh in, right? So let's go ahead and bring them in. Jordan. Hold on, I can't hear you, Jay.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Listen, I wanted you to be a part of the show. Obviously, you wanted to weigh in. I have Juliet here, and I've got Ted here. And obviously, you're Juliet's ex-boyfriend, and you've come up in this conversation here. And I thought it'd be a good idea to have you weigh in on this whole thing. Okay?
Absolutely.
Here's Juliet right here.
Is this really necessary?
It is very necessary. I love having guests on my show. Here you go. Go ahead. Jordan, go ahead and tell everybody how you feel about what's going on.
Hi, Jordan.
So, Juliet, you're back at it, huh? This is ridiculous.
What do you mean, Jordan, when you say she back at it?
So, I dated Juliet a while back for about 2 years. I will say about a year and a half of it was, I mean, she's here, she's there, she's not with me.
That's an exaggeration. Okay.
That's definitely not an exaggeration, Juliet. Come on now. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. To be honest, I don't know this man. I don't know him. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, there's nothing really I can. You hit the nail on the head. You're a beautiful girl. You're a smart girl. But when it comes to sticking it out and being real and being honest, Juliet, come on, you know this. We've been down this road too many times.
Jordan, let me ask you this. Was Juliet faithful to you during the course of the 2 years that you guys were in a relationship?
Absolutely not. The first 6 months, yes, or at least to my knowledge. But there came a point where her phone would go off at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. It just started to get real weird. I'm a big stickler for privacy. So I would never ask her for her phone. At one point, she was in the shower and I looked at her phone and I saw a text from somebody. And from then on, I knew.
So did you ever physically see her with someone else?
So there was one time, and I didn't catch them in a there was nothing sexual that took place to my knowledge. But she told me that she was heading out with some girlfriends. I went to go get some food, and I happened to run into her at the McDonald's getting out of some other guy's car that she was supposed to be with girlfriends. And you remember this, Juliet.
Do you remember that?
We know this.
I remember. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
she was with a guy in that car?
She was with a guy.
Okay. All right.
And they got out of the back seat, bro. They got out of the back seat.
Oh my God.
So she was with a guy in the back seat of a car at a McDonald's.
Yes, but she told me she was with her girlfriends.
Okay. My man Jordan, I appreciate you calling in, man, and wanting to be a part of this conversation. I'm about to go ahead and do the DNA test, but I just wanted your view and your opinion and your facts based on the situation with Juliet, man. So I appreciate you calling in.
Absolutely. I can tell you this, no doubt. I'm 98% sure that baby's not his.
Ooh. Well, we're going to find out right now. I
He knows
appreciate you
nothing
calling in.
about our situation. That's
Absolutely.
Right on, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
Here you go, Lando. Thank you. So, obviously, he has some receipts about your infidelity.
I just don't see how that has to do with this situation.
Well, I mean, it seems like it could be habitual because you cheated on him and you cheated on Jordan.
A lie is a lie is a lie is a
I
lie.
was
It
younger
can
when I was
never-
with Jordan.
Huh?
I was younger when I was with Jordan. I didn't want anything serious. I mean,
She's always the victim. It's always poor her, you know? At least that's the only story that you actually have right.
Let's just get to the test results.
Finally.
I've heard enough.
Looking forward to this.
Yes, sir.
so nice.
Yeah. You can go on with your life.
Can't wait.
Take care of your child,
Our child.
You wish.
I don't.
And you're telling me, Juliet, you're 100% sure that Ted is your baby daddy?
I am.
You're 100?
I'm
Okay.
100% sure.
Okay. A DNA paternity test was conducted to determine whether Ted is the baby daddy, the biological baby daddy of baby Charlie. The test compared the genetic markers of the alleged father and child. The results are as follows. Based on the analysis of the genetic markers, the probability that Ted is the biological baby daddy of baby Charlie is blank %. This level of probability meets the standard threshold for establishing paternity with scientific certainty. So when it comes to baby Charlie, Ted, you are not the baby daddy.
Oh, whew. Free at last, free at last.
So there are your results. Ted is not your baby daddy,
I'm shocked.
just as we all are.
Yeah.
So obviously, Ted, I appreciate you being on the show. I mean, you can walk off, you can stay, it's up to you. But I want to talk to Juliet, see what her plans are. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks a lot for having me.
You bet. Okay.
Take care.
You want to stand up and talk to me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So what is your plan now that you know that Ted is not your baby daddy? Now, what we could do is we can keep searching for you and test the other guy.
Yeah.
Are you sure that that's the only other guy? Because you're going to send Uncle D on a wild goose chase. So I'm trying to help you, but you have to be truthful. I don't give a shit how many guys there are. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want what's right for that beautiful baby right there. I do this for him.
I know.
So that's all that matters to me is Charlie.
I know. That's all that matters to me too.
So how many guys are we going after?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll talk off camera.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Stay tuned for the next episode of Find My Baby Daddy.
Bow, bow, bow.